last week we created this brand together, creating the logo variations, the colors, the illustrations and patterns. And this week we're going to be creating packaging, website, as well as I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to present this work on my portfolio page. So let's get started. So I will be using only 3 squares and working on them and focusing on them, as the mock-up that I'm using only shows these 3 sides. So at the top here we're going to have the logo mark, and then the main front facing square will be including a logo, a name, as well as stating that this is a body wash. I also want to add somewhere here that this is a unisex body wash and it's for all body types. And finally we'll be adding any measurements and any stuff like that. And to make it more interesting and eye-catching, I will be adding illustrations on the sides. Then with the other side is where the text and any instructions, ingredients and so on will be. So I'll be only using some dummy text, and then I'll be just creating a title saying for all body types. And again, I'm going to be adding 1 illustration to this just to add a little bit more interest onto the side. Next, it is time to put this all on the mock-up. So I'll be going into my Photoshop mock-up, and I got this mock-up from Ep.2 Elements, so if you want to go check them out, link in the bio. But basically what I did is transfer my design from Illustrator to Photoshop and just ensured that it fits perfectly, and then that is done. Right, so it is time to create the website, and the way I see a website is really where your branding usually lives. So as you can see, I have everything that I need around my artboard. So I have the logo, the colors, the illustrations, icons, so I can easily grab them and place them rather than be looking around in my files for them. So let's get started with the website, and I begin by adding a square, and to add a little bit of interest already, I'm going to be modifying the square and adding a squiggly / wavy line at the bottom. And for the home page, I wanted to add a photo that represents this brand and clip it onto the shape that we've just created here. And I left a little bit of space at the top just to create the nav bar. So here we're going to have the landscape logo, as well as the home, about, shop, contact links. Right, so we're gonna go back to the image, and as of right now we need some sort of text, something explaining a button. So yeah, I will be adding for all body types, unisex body wash, and a button. And it is very important for the button to be always standing out from the background, so I think a yellow button does the job perfectly, and adding a border around it for that extra bit of pop. Next, what I had in mind is to add a little bit of movement. So I think this wavy line will be moving, and what it will say is for all body types, so that will be just repeating itself over and over, but it's really nice to have that bit of movement. And then under this, I want to add the packaging that I designed, as well as some icons that state more information about the product. And in this section, I want a faint line of the figures, but I want it very subtle, just to add a little subtle bit of interest on the side, as right now it's a bit boring. So I think adding the illustrations will really help. And the last thing that I'll be working on is adding the brand promise. So the brand promise is healthy organic body wash for all bodies. And again, I want to add more interest rather than having it plain and boring, so I will be adding the logo mark as stickers on either side. So this is the home page done, and the next step would be to transfer this into Webflow, which is what I use, and I will leave a link below if you want to go check them out. So now that we have the whole project done, what I want to show you guys is how I would present this. So I will be hopping back into Illustrator and figuring out the layout and how I want this to look. So again, I have all the content around my artboard, so I know what I'm working with. Then we have 4 pieces of important information here. So we have the about the brand, creative direction, scope of work, and brand values. And this is something that I want to add into my portfolio. However, it's important to make it look attractive. So we're definitely going to be playing about with that and see what is the most attractive way to present these words. As you can see, the first image that I want to add is the photography. Then I'm thinking to add the text, then the packaging, and so on. However, I don't want the same colour to be next to each other. While I was working on it, I realised that it really doesn't work out. The text doesn't look appealing, so I decided to make the first and second image smaller so I can fit text on either side. And I think that looks much more attractive to what we had before. So as you can see, I'm presenting a lot of my work here. So I'm including the main logo, the packaging, photography, logo variations, patterns, website. And for the website, the way I want to present that on the actual portfolio website of mine is I wanted to have like the scrolly effect. So when you are scrolling down, you will see more of the website. However, the size of the box will stay exactly the same as the others. So it's more like a reveal, and I think that is very attractive to the person viewing it. Right, so this is the project's done, and this is how I presented my work. So let's see how it works together. I hope that you have liked my video, and if you did, please give it a like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!